Dark Riku's Apothecary going to be wailing with his chainsword on the mech boy as we finally do get our video screen in.
All right, video's
Mech boy
on.
will teleport out of there.
OBS being real shaky with me today.
OBS personally strikes me as a temperamental application. I've had some of my own headaches with it. That's why I'm letting you take care of the stream.
Oh man, everyone's talking about martial arts in chat right now.
That's fine.
Yeah, I can talk to you guys about that later when we're not in the middle of a game if you want. I got plenty to talk about. But anyways, Apothecary capturing the middle map here.
Sneaky Scouts actually getting a decap on one of the natural requisition points, but will be found out by the mech boy, who does take one model off of them.
That's another thing I've always been curious about. What is the rec loss of capturing a fully matured requisition point, and if it's immediately recaptured? Like, is it worth a scout to do that? I think it is, but I'm not entirely sure.
I'm not doing any real math here. Like, I'm not like actually crunching any numbers actually. Well, maybe I am kind of estimating, but I personally think it's worth it because you also factor in the maturation of the requisition point.
Right.
Where if it was fully matured, it will no longer be and needs to take time to be rematured, as well as just the time it takes to recapture it. I think it's worth it. Personally. Tricky retreat path for all these tactical marines, but a heal does come in from the Apothecary. I think they get out of there without losing any models. Yep, they do.
Alright, so let's take a look at incomes. It seems like... oh no, they're getting their gens up. Okay. It seems like Riku and Noisy are often much slower to fill their gen farms. I don't know if that's because Riku goes for such a wreck-heavy start with the double tax.
Yeah, that's one of the obvious reasons for why that might be happening, because Riku's not in much of a position to contribute to those generators. As we see, out of the 4 generators, only 1 was put down by Riku, which puts the burden kind of on Noisy, whereas DarkHero and RedBeard don't really have those issues.
Yeah, you can see the gens are pretty split. I didn't notice they have little ice cream cones on their
Yes, they do.
armies.
Yep.
Well played.
That is, wait a minute, that's mostly for... Who has that? Who's got the ice cream cones?
The orc?
Yeah, so that's DarkHero. I saw it before on some of his Space Marines, so it looks like he's got it on his orcs too.
Mechboy throwing down some mines to slow that Space Marine advance too. Managed to take out the gen farm on the forward side there. 426 to 454 as we kind of head into the Tier 1.5 phase. No one's quite ready for Tier 2 yet. Everybody spent a good deal of power in Tier 1. We got double Havocs again coming in for RedBeard, along with the Scarring Champions and all that sort of thing.
Double Warriors as well for Noisy. Right now, not with any upgrades. I wonder if maybe he's going to split the upgrades, get, you know, melee on one of them, Barb Strangler. So we do see 1 Barb Strangler upgrading.
Yeah, I feel like Riku's gonna want to get Assault Space Marines, but I feel like it's unlikely considering he already went double tack into Devastator.
Yeah, I think it's extremely unlikely at this point.
Like, if he were to go Assaults, they would need to, like, 100% break this position and push in on the power.
I think it's just like too much power expenditure in Tier 1 for that to really happen. I think he goes to Tier 2.
Sure. Not to mention the upkeep at that point for an army that size.
Gonna see some attempted retreat kills maybe on the Hormagaunts as well as the Warriors. Doomblast in retreat. I don't think a single model killed on any of those Tyranid units. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, a single tack model gets out alive. Then the sluggers that are chasing it will be snared by some Termagants. And this is now bad for the sluggers, super bad. We've got scouts that can throw a grenade. They might not even need it. Grenade not even necessary to finish off that slugger squad.
Oh man, and Mech Boy just constantly throwing mines everywhere. He's barely been teleporting. He's been using all his energy to just constantly throw mines. They've largely been getting spotted, but it's still a nuisance. It still slows down the Space Marines and the Tyranids. Both sides have enough detection now that the mines aren't too big a deal.
I love the animation, just like when he throws those
yeah,
mines.
he just
those
kind of hurls them out.
Those mines seemingly made of like styrofoam or something, or frisbee material, so they kind of really float in the air before they land.
I mean, they're orc-made mines, so they might well be made out of frisbees.
True. Grenade goes in, but will not connect on that Havoc.
Alright, and the Barbed Strangler doing big work, suppressing the majority of the army, both Chaos and Orc alike. Hive Tyrant moving in. Probably has to do something about these setup teams.
5 different units got suppressed by that Barbed Strangler warrior.
It's kind of showing up the Havocs, I feel like.
Meanwhile, Bloodletters have teleported in on some Devastator Marines, but they will get quickly knocked down by the Scouts.
Yeah, good reaction there. Got the knockback, got the squad out. I think even only took not even a model loss, so it's pretty nice. Bloodletters now a little too far forward. Havoc's doing a lot of work over here against all these Tyranids, and now the Weirdo putting out some zappy times.
Had the pleasure of, in a recent game that I had cast, seeing a Weird Boy special melee attack being very
where he
impactful.
stomps the staff down and knocks everything around. Yeah.
Yeah, where he says, "You shall not pass."
Yeah, exactly. A rare sight indeed.
Transports out from both sides. Going to be that War Truck as well as the Razorback. War Truck, though, as pointed out in the chat, does not actually have sluggers to keep it repaired. So
there are heretics around, so we got a little team synergy going on. And look at this minefield though. This Razorback's gonna have to be real tough.
I think it is a lot harder to make that work with the War Truck though, since normally you want the sluggers inside so they can bring the repairs with them.
Right. Plus a war truck full of sluggers is just a scary threat at any given point. So Plague Champ locked down the center, got his shrine up. Razorback trying to find something against these orcs here. It's going to have to keep moving to dodge those weirdo shots. And now, oh no, hitting some mines. The weirdo shot
Did it drive over one of the mines?
I think the Weird Boy shot immediately detonated it, like as soon as it went down.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if anything, that's a nice combo.
Oh, this zap is going to be so good. It's going to bounce around everything.
Currently on the Warriors. Does jump over to the Hormagaunts, who lose a few models in the process.
Yep. And then back to the Termagants.
So DarkHero is actually going all the way to tier 3 at the moment. A little bit surprised to see that. I would think at this time he would want both a new squad of sluggers as well as maybe like some tank busters to try to deal with the Razorback. But he's going to go to tier 3. Autocannon Havoc trying to set up, but the Warriors are just right in their face along with the Hormagaunts.
Yeah, that was way too far forward. I'm not sure what his plan was there.
Yeah, RedBeard, I think, is forced off this engagement.
Zone throw!
Oh, but he's committing the touch of Nurgle. And actually, they're forcing some of the Tyranids off. Still quite a few units here, though, for the blue team.
Yeah, Touch of Nurgle is such a powerful ability. Unless you're just horribly outgunned, it's kind of a guaranteed win of any melee engagement, is what I feel like.
Yeah, in the end, I think there were still just too many blue team units there that that prevented that from ultimately being a successful Touch of Nurgle use. Man, Havoc's is just not their day.
No, he had such a good game with it last time. I guess he was excited to do it again, but this time around it has been much less effective. This is a much wider map. There aren't nearly as many choke points.
Yeah, so tried to set up those Havocs, but they lost their lead model pretty quickly. A mine's being thrown over by the mech boy, and they finally detonate on the devastated Marines. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, just point blank, face full of mines.
Where is this mech boy going though?
I'm not sure what his
Oh my
plan
god.
is.
That's Mega Rumbler.
Oh man.
He's using the Mega Rumbler to bash the generators. Is this really happening?
What a time to be alive. The gen
Oh
farm
my
is down.
God. Oh my god.
DarkHero goes
That was
tier
hilarious.
3 for the Mega Rumbler. And immediately gets a full gen farm.
Does he lose the mech boy for it though? He does lose the mech boy.
Still worth it.
That was
I
still
think.
hilarious. Yeah, I mean that was honestly that was just worth it from a spectator point of view. That's just like that was just what I wanted to see today.
But I mean, it's also 250 rec versus 425 and power loss on top of that. So long as you're not, the mech boy is not one of the heroes that's like been, you know, he's not a driving force in your army. So not having him for a fight usually isn't too big a deal.
Yeah, and maybe we'll even see if RedBeard can get a revive on him so that they don't have to pay that 250 requisition. But DarkHero also has a massive amount of resources, so I don't think it.
No, I
would
feel
really
like he's
bother
got to be
too much.
saving up for a battle wagon.
That's a possibility. Certainly, yeah, with what he's saving up for, that looks like it's going to be the case.
Or is he getting another zone thrope? He's been all about those zone thropes today.
Yeah, he has 2 of them, right?
Yep,
Can't
this
even
is
see
gonna be
all
the
of them.
second.
Can't even see all of them in the unit panel.
Yep, here comes the battle wagon.
A battle wagon, oh my god.
So tax do get the cap. It was rather costly, but and this is one of those Calderis games I was talking about, right? Like we're deep into tier 3 now, and both players are still at 300 or more VPs. Like this is gonna be a long fight. Dark Riku also sitting on a huge pile of resources, so we're gonna have both a battle wagon and probably a land raider on the field at the same time.
Oh man, that battle wagon, it's nearly here. I have not seen enough battle wagons in 2020. I don't know if maybe they're just not as good as they used to be, but I just miss it. Warp vomit into a rocks.
Oh no! Woof. I think
I think that
everything
was 2
survived.
spawns right there.
No, wait. One went down. The tax went down.
Definitely something went down there.
Weirdo still getting
All
out
right.
some good shots.
After the dust has settled, we've still got a double cap for the blue team, but victory points are actually so even at the moment.
So the missile launcher tax go down. It's an easy squad delete for Dark Riku over there. Dark Riku is going to be answering with a Land Raider Redeemer here in just a moment.
Where
And
is
have they
that?
spotted
There
the
it
battle
is.
wagon yet?
The battle wagon. I don't know if they did, but I certainly did. And I'm very excited. Zoanthropes, though, ripping apart these Chaos Havocs. One of them needs to get off the field. I mean, the Havocs just can't really be tanking the damage like that.
Oh no, they didn't let the Mech Boy finish the Mega Rumbler that time around. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Mech Boy
I only
teleported
saw-
in and activated the Mega Rumbler, and the scouts threw a grenade on him, and then he got focused down in 2 seconds.
Yeah, going a little bit too hard on the memes today, DarkHero.
Yeah, I think one Mega Rumbler, you gotta take your victory while you can. He's got a Mega
Apothecary
Rumbler and a
solo
battle
there.
wagon.
So Redbeard's got a pretty big army at the moment, but here is, talk about big, we've got a Land Raider Redeemer coming out on the field. This victory point, pretty much, neither team seems to be able to get a hold of it at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we're literally stalled out right now. I'm surprised. I mean, they've been so good at the side capping before. I'm surprised they haven't been hitting that top victory point more.
Oh, man, the Apothecary trying to get it, but...
Yeah, I think you might need the Hive Tyrant to get his invulnerability armor, maybe secure that cap. So, I mean, the vehicle armies are starting to pile up here. We've got a Predator out now, in addition to the truck and the Battle Wagon.
Battle Wagon has been pretty passive so far. They're kind of just staring at each other from across just this middle arena.
I'm surprised it was so passive considering like the missile launcher attacks went down. I feel like they have good answers to the zone threats if they can get in there, but I guess these are all primarily ranged armies.
There's a light skirmish happening on the bottom. However, and they shall know no fear activated by the Tactical Marines will scare off a squad of heretics.
Yep, that's the Space Marine I win this engagement button.
All right, Hive Tyrant will be in there. He does have the bonded exoskeleton. He is invulnerable at this time, tanking a lot of damage, but I think eventually he will start taking damage before this finishes. Starting to take damage, but he didn't even need to retreat there. I'm a little surprised. I don't know.
Oh,
actually,
well, he can retreat. He can retreat to the
because
Land
he could just retreat to the Land Raider.
Yeah, he just
Hive
falls
Tyrant
back.
retreats to the Land Raider. How did I forget?
Classic. Happens every time. This Predator has to be a little careful, but those Havocs have moved up to open up fire on the zone thropes. They're just inching forward, nice and easily.
So another Mega Rumbler going on the left side of the map, mostly just stunning the Termagants at this time. This one mostly for fun.
Oh my
As
God,
we see the
such
ground.
shake.
Oh, here it goes. Here goes the Battle Wagon.
Oh man, it's gonna do nothing. Oh no.
Yeah, it's kind of underwhelming me at the moment. I got so excited when it finally turned on. Terminators will be called down right behind it. Oh no, the Battle Wagon, DarkHero.
What stalled it out?
I don't even know. I don't know if maybe it was blocked by the Capillary Tower. I think was hit by a las cannon at some point. There is also an upgrade on the Warriors called the Electroshock Grub, which I believe it's definitely like, it's kind of like a melt-a-bomb for Tyranids.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting they have that now.
Yeah, and especially if that was combined, if it was like the las cannon on top of the Electroshock Grub, that could have been like a full immobilization.
Yeah, yep, that's what it was. Do the Zone Thorps not have their anti-vehicle shot now then?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know play enough Tyranids. Our chat is just saying though it was more just that it was path blocked by the Capillary Tower.
Oh, interesting.
We've got all different answers. Some people.
As usual, no one really knows what's happening in team games.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm confused. We have all different interpretations. Apparently, there was zone throw. Anyway, while I'm reading the chat, we've got units dying.
Yeah, the Predator went down.
A Predator going down.
That combined with a Battle Wagon going down is making this Tier 3 army look a lot less impressive. There's nothing here that can really hold the line. The truck drops too, so now all that's really out here for RedBeard is Havocs and Heretics. And they can't hold up against all these beefy Space Marine units.
So at least silver linings for DarkHero and RedBeard. They are pushing back. They are pushing back on the left side of the map, so they will get that victory point for the time being. Well, they'll get a decap actually. I'm not sure if they'll actually get the full cap. Knobs are out on the field for DarkHero, and they are approaching the Apothecary. However, they are about to bite off a little bit more than they can chew. I think we're going to see the weird boy come in with a Warp Comet, though.
Oh my gosh, it's the whole army. They have to retreat, though. There's just too much there.
Not exactly a far retreat, though.
Not as close as a Land Raider. So 275 to 219. Let's see what RedBeard has in store for us next. Oh man, we have the Neurothrope. So we now are going to have 2 Zone Thropes and a Neurothrope. There's going to be so much range damage. You're not going to be able to approach this army. Like with DarkHero having Slugga Boys, a Knob Squad, and Pain Boy, like how's he going to get in on this? He's going to have to play this really, really right.
And unfortunately, we're seeing far too often the Havocs moving up and actually tanking the shots. At least that time they don't lose a model, so they can get the worship. what can the red team have that can actually like lead in here?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like their whole army was kind of based on holding the map and those vehicles. And now that the vehicles are gone and they don't have the map, they're never going to be able to get it back. Like this orc push on the side, it's probably going to kill this Razorback, which is fine, but the Razorback is kind of irrelevant right now. Oh, Foot of Gork!
Actually. Foot of Gork looks fun. I don't think it was actually that impressive.
It wasn't impressive, but it forced off the Tyranids enough, and now these Zoanthropes are out here completely unprotected. They got the Terminators over here, but now they do fall back.
I think a lot right now rests on the shoulders of the knobs, but I was thinking, like, unfortunately, there are just a few too many targets that they want to take out. They want to they want to fight the Terminators, they want to fight the Tax, they want to fight the Zoanthropes.
The Lander is just going to come in and grenade volley.
I think we see a second squad of knobs coming out of DarkHero.
Oh man, 2 squads of knobs is sometimes just a little too easily countered. Oh my gosh, what happened up here?
I don't know. And where did RedBeard lose some of his units? He had Bloodletters at some point.
That's what I'm saying. I think we missed a big engagement in the middle there.
I think so too.
How did Termicons die? I think they just ate a face full of Chaos Havoc. I scrolled to the middle of the map and there's a bunch of +6 in front of a bunch of Havocs. So, all right, the knockback's coming in from the Cyclone rocket launcher. And see, now we're seeing a lot more of these tricky back caps. Yeah.
Yeah, they will finish that cap, which does just mean we have that triple cap pressure going on for a little while. Even if it's only for a few seconds, just when you have a triple cap, the victory points just tick down so fast.
Oh, Grand Piano's mad.
Grand Pianos, I don't know if... Grand Pianos used to be known as Kvek, if you're familiar with either of those names.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't sound like you're too familiar with them.
I mean, I've got so many names in my head from this game that, like, I sometimes think I know names, maybe I don't. Noisy just, like, bringing the hurt. So if two Zoanthropes and a Neurothrope wasn't enough, the Swarm Lord is on the way. So if those oh man, the knobs get
There's
thrown!
an over-dare! Unfortunately, they get instantly suppressed when they get over-dared.
They're
probably going to be knocked back.
With double knobs,
just
if you can just get that suppression and knockback, you're good to go.
You know, double knobs, the Sluggers are here too. I think they're going to just try to chase after the Land Raider. Do we have a shotgun blast to at least slow them down?
I think the Land Raider just used its grenade volley too, so I don't think it has an answer.
Yeah. This is 2 squads of knobs that are about to surround the Land Raider.
Neurothrope and Zoan's taking a lot of fire. He needs to make sure he turns off that retreat beacon if he has the opportunity to, because I don't think he wants to retreat back into that Land Raider. It's still too much.
However,
the knobs can't do anything about it.
Ultimately, I think you were right about the knobs getting countered there. They got knocked over by the scouts, then they got knocked over by the Hive Tyrant. The Neurothrope was doing damage to them. While I'm talking, we got a Warrior going down.
Yeah, I mean, those double Havocs are still no joke, but like as soon as the supporting army gets cleared, they just get pushed off time and time again. There are Lightning Claw Chaos Termies out here.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm thinking in terms of like feeling that the red team needs something tankier that can break lines, that can tank damage. I'm actually thinking of a Great Unclean one, which unfortunately we won't be able to see that. RedBeard does not have the resources for it. Has used the resources on other things.
Oh man, and here comes the Swarm Lord. So many sword arms.
So double cap for Noisy and Dark Riku, trying to force a game 5 in this series.
Yeah, I mean, they want to take it to the ace match, and it looks like they're pulling it off here. The double Havoc squad's just not really paying off for RedBeard this time. I think DarkHero went a little too silly with some of his purchases, and then wasted his battle wagon. I honestly think when the battle wagon came out, if he would have loaded a couple squads in there, I think he could have marauded around the map and caused some trouble, but there was kind of a little bit too much time here. Oh man, Weird Boy in a lot of trouble. The Swarm Lord hacking away. One more swing. No, he's not going to get it.
Yeah, the battle wagon loss was a pretty big oof. But at this time, we are going to see the left victory point will be taken back by DarkHero and RedBeard as the fight rages on in the middle.
Chaos Terminators in the thick of it. Doing a good job, but not quite doing enough. Already dropping one now, 2 models. Oh, man. Oh, nope. Nope, just 1. I lied. Very low, though.
I don't see Land Raider Redeemers often these days, but this one actually is actually working out quite well.
It's hugely impactful. Even just allowing them to stay on the map as they are is so important. There's a little regen around it, combined with the Apothecary's heals. It just makes it such a hard position to break, especially with all this Tyranid artillery hanging out here.
Unfortunately for DarkHero and RedBeard, that could have been the engagement that kind of just ended the game right there. There were a lot of losses that they both suffered, losing both their commanders, RedBeard losing at least a heretic squad, and probably a little bit more than just that too.
Terminators retreating from scouts on the eastern side of the map, and the orcs still contesting this bottom point a little bit, still buying some time, but the victory points are ticking down pretty quickly for the Reds, now approaching a mere 50 victory points. And is this some Terminators coming in?
DarkHero doing what he can, but I don't think it'll be enough. He'll get the left victory point, but how long can he hold it? And even if he can hold it, they need to hold something else. It does look like it will be an attempt on the rightmost victory point by RedBeard, as he buys a new Predator.
Man, Predators doesn't seem like the answer here, but then again, I'm not sure any one thing is the answer to this army at this point. Oh man, look at these 2 squads of Spore Mines flying in here.
Angels of Death goes in on the Space Marines, and this will be DarkHero having to run on out of here with what little he has left.
Knobs are rough, but against all that Swarm Lord, Adrenal Gland Warrior Broods that are, let's see, level 3, almost level 4, 2 squads of Terminators. That is a lot to deal with.
RedBeard trying to make something happen in the middle.
Oh no, the lead Terminator
model gets
down.
killed. All right, he gets the decap. I don't think they can afford to stay in there any longer.
No, at the cost of 2 Terminators as it is.
That is, yeah, that's an expensive
Oh, the
stall.
las cannon, quick, brutal kill.
What is it even in? A Predator goes down.
Level 3 las cannon from Dark Riku.
Level 3 las cannon. Wow. I normally don't even think of a las cannon as something that would get a lot of levels.
Kill enough vehicles. I mean, it's killed a battle wagon, it's killed a Predator, a war truck, a second Predator.
I guess if it also like tags some hits on Terminator models and they go down as well, that could probably get some experience from that.
Probably true. Here comes the big
orc
toss again.
This is the last ditch attempt, I think, by DarkHero to see if he can keep them alive in this game. Tank plus barrage goes in as well.
Does the Land Raider have a grenade volley? There it is.
It does.
And now the Neurothrope has the kill field down as well. I don't even remember what that's called, but it does a lot of damage.
I think Cataclysm is the knockback ability.
Right. I don't remember what that one's called. I think, is it just life?
I'm gonna look that one up like right after this game.
Weirdo might finally be going down.
Oh, knobs are so low. Pain Boy, I mean Pain Boy and knobs are just committed in there with even no health.
Weirdos out of commission.
Oh,
Paroxysm, that's what it is.
Ah, Paroxysm.
Yeah.
We just had our chat actually bringing things up for us. Paroxysm, I think Paroxysm might be P-A-R-O-X-Y. No, now I'm getting confused.
Noisy talking trash on knobs. Well, as the last few victory points wind down here, I think we're going to the ace match. GG gets called, and it looks like we're going to game number 5. Let's see if Riku and Noisy can defend their title. Finishing off that Chaos Terminator squad, just to add a little insult to injury. And DarkHero and RedBeard both with a squad apiece at the end of the game. And look at that battle. This is what I'm used to. This is what I'm used to Calderis looking like by the end of the field. It's just nothing but craters. And
even halfway through the game, it was just all ripped apart.
Oh, perfect. All right.